everybody. Michael Butler here, Artistic Director of Center Rep. I hope you enjoyed that little compilation video I put together of 15 seasons at Center Rep in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. 15 years, that is almost 100 plays and musicals. And when I look back at the work, I am so proud of the high level of artistic excellence that we achieved and how hard we rocked the house. Sometimes quite literally. So many amazing artists, such wonderful audiences, such great work. And it's not really surprising. Center Rep has been a shining example of how a city and a professional theater company could work together to provide a beacon of art and culture to its community. And our beacon burned brightly. As many of you know, Center Rep is a program of the City of Walnut Creek. And while ticket sales account for the majority of our budget, amazing and true, we do depend on program support from the city. To deal with the current financial crisis, City Council has approved the staff's recommendation that the position of Artistic Director of Center Rep be eliminated and that I be let go. I had hoped to be furloughed so that I could return when the theaters reopen, as they will reopen. But that is not to be, and so this is farewell. 15 years ago, when I started at Center Rep, I was a freelance theater director, actor, musician, somewhat newly arrived to the Bay Area after 25 years in New York. I was just opening my second show at Center Rep when I became artistic director. That show was Around the World in 80 Days, a show that has a special fondness in my heart. When we had to shut down back in March, I was midway through rehearsals for a new version of Pride and Prejudice, another show very dear to me. Although 15 years divide those productions, they have a lot in common: a playfulness of spirit, a celebration of imagination, generous dollops of laughter, and delicious side dishes of dance, music, and visual art. They both say to both the audience and the artists, let's all have a blast doing theater and going to theater together. One of my earliest experiences as an artistic director, and one that still inspires me, was standing in the lobby when the show was lighting out. The doors opened and joy poured out. You were talking and laughing and cross at each other with vivacity and passion and gusto, with joy, talking about what you just experienced together. Theater can do a lot of things. Opening the door to joy is one of the most powerful and most needed. I saw that, and I've tried to heed that call. I believed in choosing plays and musicals that have an optimistic view of humanity, complex, hopefully, but optimistic for our future. I believed in shows that celebrated the power of the human imagination. I believed that the best way to do that was to engage the finest, most skillful, creative, professional artists possible, and then do everything we could to support their vision and work. There are so many great artists that I've yet to work with. To you, I hope that opportunity will come. To the artists who have worked here at Center Rep, I want to say thank you. But thank you is just the first sentence of a long Russian novel of gratitude and praise for you. To our audience, I have loved getting to know you and working for you. We've seen a lot of each other over the last 15 years, and I often asked you what you thought and what you wanted from your theater, what kind of experience you wanted. Every one of you has had an actual impact on the choices I've made. That's for real. So thank you to all of you. And to the carpenters, welders, stitchers, drapers, property makers, ticket takers, spot ops, electricians and technicians from front of house to backstage crew, thank you too. And finally, the one person without whom none of this would have happened, who gave me my first big break as a director, who's been my favorite director, having directed me in 13 shows, from whom I learned pretty much everything about how to be an artistic director, who has shown support and wisdom and inspiration beyond what anyone could hope for, and who has directed some of Rep's most successful and most difficult shows here. Timothy Neer. Thank you. So, what's next? Well, when once again we gather to open the door to joy, I won't be there with you, but my optimistic hope for humanity is that we still celebrate together, we reflect together, and most importantly, move forward with positive change together, with grace and enthusiasm and expertise, celebrating the awesome power of the human imagination. To joy.